Haristutihi Shloka 34. Ko hyevanyadatmani nasyadayameshaha hyevanandah praniti chapaniti cheti ityastitvam vaktyupapatya shrutiresha tam samsaradhvanta vinasham harimede. So according to the meaning, we'll see the Anvaya. Atmani ayam nasyat कह ही एव अन्यात् एषः आनन्दः हि एव प्राणिति च अपानिति च इति उपपत्या एषा श्रुतिः अस्तित्वं वक्ति इति तं संसारध्वान्तविनाशं हरिमीडे. Atmani means in this body. So within this body mind sense complex. Body mind sense complex includes the 5 organs of perception, the ears, the skin, the eyes, the tongue and the nose. Then the 5 organs of action. Organ of speech, the hands, the legs, the organ of evacuation and the organ of procreation. Then the 5 vital air, the prana, apana, vyana, samana, udana, and then the manaha, manas or manaha and the buddhi. So all these together is known as the body mind sense complex. Ayam na syat. Ayam means Paramatma. So if this Paramatma is not there, then Kaha hi eva, who indeed is the cause of this anyat, breathing which is continuously taking place from the time one is born until death. Eshaha anandaha hi eva. This Ananda Swarupa Paramatma indeed is the cause. Praniti cha, apaniti cha. For the actions of exhaling, inhaling and all such functions within the body which are continuously taking place, regularly taking place. Prana is a word which is used for all the 5 functions of the air and also for the exhalation. So it is the same prana which is used. Iti upapatya, this understanding is logically taught in the Esha Shrutihi, Taittiriya Shruti. And that Astitvam Vakti iti, that teaching in Taittiriya Upanishad, it establishes the presence of Paramatma as the cause of all the actions which take place. So that Paramatma, tam samsaradhvanta vinasham harimede, that Paramatma who is also known as Hari, unto him I offer worship, because it is that Hari, the knowledge about whom is the destroyer of ignorance which causes samsara. In all the shlokas that we have been learning till now, Bhagavad Padaha has been teaching us what is Brahman or what is Paramatma based upon Shruti, Smriti and the Brahma Sutras. In this shloka 34, he is establishing Paramatma as the cause for all the actions performed by this body. In other words, existence of Paramatma is logically established by analyzing the truth behind all the actions performed by this body mind sense complex. So this shloka is structured based on the Taittiriya Upanishad, which says Kohyevanyat kaha pranyat Yadesha Akasha Anando na syat Esha hi eva anandayati. Esha hi eva anandayati. See, rewriting it or looking at it in the Anvaya format, it will be Yat Eshaha Anandaha Akashe na syat Kaha hi eva anyat Kaha pranyat Eshaha hi eva anandayati. In this, anyat means pranane, from the verb root which means pranane, to breathe, is derived the word anyat. Anyat is the prathama purusha ekavachana form in vidhiling and in ashirling also. So who is indeed the cause because of whom this continuous breathing is taking place? Like that, one questions and finds the answer. So, if this Anandaha, Ananda is the Swarupa Lakshana of Paramatma. So, if this Anandaha were not there in this inner space, here Akashe means the inner space, then who will indeed inhale, who will exhale? This Brahman alone, the one who gives happiness and fullness to all, is in the form of consciousness, and it is because of the presence of this Brahman that all the functions are taking place. So the Upanishad says that Paramatma is Ananda Swarupa. Take the example of a house. The house is composed of several things. And it is meant to serve the purpose of someone who is not one of the constituents. That someone is not one of the objects in the house. And that person is a sentient being. And who is that? That is oneself, the Brahmatma. There, Brahman exists as oneself, as the beneficiary of the body, mind, sense complex. In what form is this Brahman? Brahman is in the form of pure consciousness, Shuddha Chaitanya, the pure consciousness principle in the intelligently put together body, mind, sense complex. So, this body, mind, sense complex is able to perform its vital and organic functions in manifold ways for the one who owns the body. If there is no Brahman, or if there is no Paramatma, yat eshaha na syat, then this Paramatma, which is all-knowing and knows to put together everything, then how can there be this creation, including this body, mind, sense complex, which is clearly, very intelligently put together? It is the mandate of Brahman. And for what is put together, for it to be purposeful, that is, for this body, mind, sense complex to be purposeful, there must be something which is not put together by different parts. So, anything which is put together, like in a house, there are many things, and all that is meant for a person who is not another part of it, but is independent of all those objects in the house and is a conscious being. Similarly, this body, mind, sense complex, which is intelligently put together, is for the purpose of serving the owner of this body, mind, sense complex, and that is the Chetana Atma, the pure consciousness indweller, which is oneself. The idea is that Paramatma exists, and only because of his existence The respiratory functions and other functions are taking place continuously, regularly. So, as revealed in the Upanishad, suppose this Ananda Swarupa Paramatma Eshaha is not present or is not located in the supreme space. Shloka says Atmani, Karya Karana Sanghate Atmani, in this body mind sense complex. Then I am this Chitrupa Ananda Atma, this pure consciousness which is of the form of happiness. Yadi na syat tarhi kohi eva purushaha kahahi eva purushaha. Supposing this pure consciousness were not present, then who indeed is this purushaha, indweller, anyat, who is doing the actions of inhaling and exhaling? Anyat means pranadi vyaparam kuryat. This body mind sense complex by itself is inert, it is jada. So we come to understand ataha eshaha hi eva anandaha. It is this Paramatma as the sentient beneficiary, as though a jiva which exists in this body mind sense complex, and it is for his sake alone. Praniti cha apaniti cha, activities like inhaling and exhaling, all the breathing and all other physical actions are taking place. So like this, as the cause of all the actions, that Paramatma's astitvam, existence, upapatya, is by a method of logical analysis, esha shrutihi vakti. This Taittiriya Upanishad statements establish that Ananda, the world of people experience, is also caused by the same Ananda Swarupa, Paramatma alone. It means Paramatma is not only the source of Ananda, but also the source of sentience, Chaitanya. And to that Chaitanyam, Ananda Swarupa Paramatma, I offer worship. Tam samsara dhvanta vinasham harim ide. I offer worship unto that Chaitanya Ananda Swarupa Paramatma, so that the darkness of samsara is destroyed. Kohyevanyad atmani nasyad ayameshaha hyevananda praniti chapaniti cheti ityastitvam vaktyupapatya shrutiresha tam samsara dhvanta vinasham harimide. Namaste.